Alright, well, hello everybody, this is Maciej and welcome to the final video of our mini training where I'm gonna be teaching you how you can save up to 3 times the amount of code you write and actually write better, cleaner, and faster code even as a beginner, but you must have solid Java foundation already. This training is only for people who know Java and who have watched the first video. If you did not complete the first video, please go ahead and watch it right now, because otherwise it's not going to make any sense of this training. And I'm someone who spent over tens of thousands of hours making Minecraft plugins. In this mini series, I'm going to be having a look at an example plugin, a plugin that I found on GitHub. I've obviously renamed it. I've changed the author to disguise it, and we are going to be doing a full code review and upgrading it to Maven and to our very, very high foundation standard. So let's just dive right into it and let's finish off this video, finish off this mini series by talking about menus. So we have ended up right here and we can see there is basically 2 menus, it looks like to me. The first menu, it is a very simple menu and it places the player head. That's the dude here. I'm not the best at painting, but whatever. And it shows all the different information about the dude. Okay, that's the first menu. I'm just gonna call it dude's menu. And the other menu looks like it is filling the list with the top players. And we have a bunch of dudes here, and if you hover over them with your mouse, you'll see exactly the same information, but sorted by the category. This is the list top menu, or top list. Leaderboard menu, leader. And we are going to be redoing those menus. So let's just take the first menu since it's a little bit easier, and let's just make a final class menu view stats. And in Foundation you have a menu class you can use. So what we are going to be doing, if you want to show this menu, you can make a constructor, and then we can actually see that we need to put the target player in here, which I do think it's needed somewhere else. Yeah, it's needed when we are printing information about him. So we can just do that, and we can just set it right here, and that's it. Now the next thing we need to do, we need to set the title about this. So I can just copy the title and send it to be target player, killing stats of that player. You can also use colors if you'd like. I'm gonna put the dark red color, and here the size is, you can actually see the size 27. That's the same as 9 rows by 3. That's it. And now the second method and the final one we need to override to show this menu is get item add. So we're going to, there is basically just 2 items the author is putting in the menu. The first one is called gray stained glass pane, which is supposed to be a filling item, and the other is called the player head item. So we're going to return item creator of, and then gray cob material class, which is a special class that will work down to 1.7.10, gray stained glass pane, and we're going to hide the name, build it, and make it into an item stack. However, if the slot equals to the center slot of the menu, can actually do that. Or here it's 13, so maybe you can do that, or you can do 13 if the slot equals to 13. Then we can go into statistics, we can get the statistics of the target player, and we can just compile it into an item. That easy. We can get rid of everything else. Now obviously we haven't finished the item in here. So here, what we can do, first we need to get the lore of the item, and we can just iterate through all the categories. And then we can add the lore category plus like this, and maybe change this to red, and then this get category, for example. Or maybe change this to a gray one, and here maybe we can put red here. There we go. And you can even call item util bountify capitalized for the category, and it's gonna turn kills, top kills into top kills, so it looks better on the screen. And then at the end of the lore, we also need to manually put the kill to death ratio. Like this. That's it. And now we can return the item. We can make the item using the item creator. We can get the player head here. We can then get this player name stats as the name of it, name of that player, name of that item. We can set the lores. And I actually made a typo here. That should be a plural. That should be lores. And here we can also set the school owner. And we can build it, and we can turn it into an item stack. And now it's going to work just fine. There we go. And now we can get rid of this class here. And this one, way simpler, way cleaner, and does just the same. Now, there's actually one more class we need to make, and that's gonna be this class here. And I decided to use two classes, two menus. So how it's gonna work is that we're gonna get categories in one menu. That's one menu, and you can pick different category, and then you can actually open the menu for that different category with dudes, players. And it has the similar approach, because here you'd also need to put a category. So we can create another class. It's gonna be menu tab stats, and this time I'm gonna extend menu paged, which Foundation uses as a simple way to paginate items in the menu. And we're going to be paginating first the category. You need to implement two methods here. Then create a constructor. There we go. And you need to put in the pages in it. So super pages are statistics, get instance, and then get sorted by the category. No. Actually, here we have to put all statistics. So we can just get the array and then turn values into an array of statistics. There we go. And now we can convert any category into an item stack. So for now, I'm just gonna go with, for example, white wool, and we're going to color this depending on the category. And the name of it is gonna be open, and then item util bountify capitalized, category open such and such category. And we can also put in the lore here directly. Click to browse top players in this category. And then we can color it using the com color. And I'm gonna go with values, and I'm gonna pick from the array by the ordinal, for God's sake. And the ordinal is the index of it. So this is the 0, 1, 2, 3. And if I open this class, you can see there is a bunch of things here. It is actually not an enumeration, but it also has ordinals, so we can just use it. This one will have the index 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is not going to crash until you have more categories than colors, which we will never run out of colors in our case. It's gonna work just fine. and we just need to build and then make this into an item stack. That's it. And then when I click the page, we need to create another menu. That's gonna be static class menu tab stats individual, and that's gonna extend menu paged for, well, guess what, the player data, because we want to list the top players within the category, and we can just go with the same setup. So implement methods and then implement constructor, and here we will actually need to put the category right here, sort by, and then here in the super constructor you can actually put the parent class. The parent one is this one, and then I can actually get rid of the static here. So parent one, this one, this will point out to the instance of the outer class. If I only put this here, it's gonna point to this instance. That's why I'm gonna have to put menu tab stats dot to point to this instance. And the reason I'm doing it is that Foundation is automatically going to place a return back button. If you want to change how the button looks like, then in your own plugin start method, then you should call this button return back, and then set lore, set material, set title methods. Use them right here. And then we need to go into statistics, get the instance, and then get sorted by the category. That's gonna return all data saved on the disk. And then we're going to iterate through all the data saved on the disk, and then we can simply call toItem menu, toItem method, because this is the one that we've made, and this one, when I click it, there is nothing, right? So maybe I can just show you can actually animate titles. Clicked on the item category. Yeah, and I forgot the getter over here. Get player name. For example. And I'll show you what this will do in a second. Now, when I click the category, we actually need to open that menu. So new menu, tab individual, by the given category, and we want to display the menu to the player, and that's how we show the menu. And now we can actually just get rid of all this code. Should be pretty easy. There we go. There we go. Inventories. And now maybe we can just put these classes into a separate package. I'm just gonna call the package menu, place the class right in here. There we go. And finish off with imports. And then also this class. There we go. There we go. And then we can get rid of the, whoops. I did not mean to get rid of this class. What is this guy doing? Okay, so class final. Is this a bug in IntelliJ? Looks like it was. Okay, so we can get rid of the inventories class completely. And the final thing I think is just to open the command here. So admin command is gonna open the menu tab stats. We need to change this to public, and then display to the player, and we need to check if the player is a real player, because here if you call get player, we're going to cast it to the sender, or if it is a console, then you will get an error because we will return null. So you have to check is player or use the check console method. And then in the view group command, you can actually just fire the menu view stats for the target player here, and then display to our player. There we go. Okay, and now we can actually finish it off and test it. And the final thing I wanted to show you before we finish off this video, we still have some time, there is the build XML file that I've explained in the first video. And how it works, we're going to launch the server within IntelliJ. The reason is, most people, what they do, they have to export the plugin and then copy the plugin over into the plugins folder, and it just takes so much time, guys. You're wasting your life. What we do, we go here, we add configuration jar, and we can launch this as 1.17 server. We can just go and find the path to jar right here, open, and then VM options. I don't want the GUI to be shown from the micro server, so I put it down there. I copy this one and I just point it out to the server root directory, and then Java will be Java 16. If you have multiple Java installations, you need to select the proper one. For 1.17 and higher, it needs to be at least 16. For older ones, I recommend going with 8. And then before launch, you need to select run and target and then build. If you cannot see this here, guys, if you cannot see this here, right click your build and go and select down here should be add as and file somewhere down here. And now that should actually work. The best way to see, we can debug it, but before you need to go to preferences, go to save actions and make sure you have reload files in running debugger enabled for build actions, as well as these three at least. Click OK, click run, and now if I go to my server, it is gonna work for me. For you, you may need to change where your server is located. So in that file, you can read comments yourself. I'm not gonna spend so much time on them. We're gonna get the foundation you're using in your POM file included within the file, and then place it in my own 1.8.8 and 1.16. So here I want to actually change this to 1.17, and if your server is somewhere else on your disk, obviously you need to rewrite it. And here it failed because of this option, no GUI, so maybe we need to place this in the program arguments, I'm not sure. And let's debug again. Now if I go here, you can see plugin template, no. It should say, oh, it is plugin template because I forgot to rename it. Player stats plus. Let me just restart and let me show you what this will do. I'm using a pretty new Mac computer, but it's still pretty slow. Okay, so now it placed here automatically. And let me just join the game and show you if the plugin works. Okie dokie, so upon loading, it complains that our settings file lacks something. So the best way we can fix it, we can go into plugin template on GitHub, open resources, open this file, and what I recommend you do is you copy, not the example, but you copy all the other default keys, because apparently some of these keys are required, and you can just place them down here, and we already have locale key, and we already have aliases key. You can just keep the other keys here, and we can restart everything. Alrighty, and now we can actually see foundation in progress. So it is updating the settings from the keys that were lacking, and if I go here, let me just delete the alt player stats folder. And also we can delete the lang file and the stats file. It even creates the error file in case there's any issue. You can see the last problem from last time. It is saved in the error file. Very useful. And then we can get rid of the config file since we are using one called settings. And if I open it, yeah, you should see these keys being placed here. Now, we do not have a commons support, so I do think we have to enable it manually. That's not yet enabled. By default, save comments, return save comments. Let me show you. Yeah, it is false. So we can just write save comments to true, and the next time I launch the server, we hopefully will see some very beautiful comments in that file being placed automatically. There we go, and now I can see these comments are being placed automatically. Even if I edit the file, it will still be there. Foundation is beautiful. So let's just join the game and hopefully everything will work. I'm just gonna kill myself a bunch of times and see if the savings mechanism is working as well as the menus. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to spawn point and then let me find myself. I have 2 accounts here. And let me just get the best sword. And now I've killed the other player, so I should be able to see that there automatically. There we go. So this player died once, and then myself killed someone once. And then if I kill that player again, I should be able to get a kill streak. Yeah, top kill streak is 1, and then kills is 2. So the top kill streak should be updated now. There we go. Okay, yeah. So apparently that one is always less. You can just increase that number if you're unhappy with the result, and that one is going to work. And now let's check the A stats command. So foundation will take and it will create a beautiful help menu. And now even the tab completion is working. So if I want to set for myself the tab kill streak to 100, oh, unfortunately it fails. Default messages don't have changed apply. Okay, let me go into the admin command. Path change applied, so up here it should be success dot change apply. There we go. And yeah, we also forgot to get the player data and then do stuff. So we can go into statistics and then we can remove the target player right here, and then we need to manipulate the file right here. So statistics from target player and then set the category to the new amount. And if I save it, it should automatically reflect the change. There we go. So now I don't need to do anything else but connect, type the command again, and there we go. It works flawlessly. Now the kill streak is 100. And if I want to reset something, I can obviously just do that. Let me try. Okay, so that one doesn't work yet. It says he did not play it before, or we could not locate his data. Although we could. Very strange. What about my own data? Yeah, my own data was reset properly. So that one looks like it is coming from here. Has played before. Maybe a problem in bucket, since I only joined once and I will have to join multiple times. In this case, I'm going to take a note and I'm going to fix foundation. Yeah, now it works. Okay, so bucket is strange. It is giving us the information that the player did not play before, because that is true. If I'd only joined once, I obviously did not play before. So we can then just edit foundation right away. Okie dokie, so after this video, all you have to do is going into your POM file and then changing this to 5.10.2, and it is going to work flawlessly. And let me try opening the menu. So A stats and then tab. There we go. So, okay, seems like there's something else. out of bounds admin command. Okay, yeah, because the top command is falling through and we're trying to run multiple things here, so we have to actually put a return statement down here for this not to crash. And now we can pick the category, for example, kills. Yeah, but it's pretty empty because I've reset both players. So yeah, there's nothing in here. I have to kill someone. There we go. And now I can maybe teleport to the player again. Maybe kill him multiple times even. Kills, and I should be here. Yeah, you can see what's going on here. You can even click these players. I'm not sure what's the menu here. I'm gonna check this after this video. This may be in fact a problem within Foundation. Although these hats, they should be my skin. The thing is, it will not load sometimes because this is not running an online mode. If you're running an online mode, it is going to load your hat properly. Or we can go and we can try something else. We can go into player stats, statistics, and here we're creating the item. Instead of using this one, there is another class called school creator. We can then open it and we can create item from a name, this player name, and we can put this right here. And change this. There we go. Okay, so that seems not to have any effect at all on these skulls. This here, whatever. Maybe because I'm running in offline mode, because I only have one account purchased and I wanted to connect with another account, so I just downloaded a launcher that enables me to change my username. I also wanted to show you, if I type stats and I don't have that permission, I'm prevented from typing that command. If I'm up, then I can do, and I can then just do these things. Now, there seems to be a problem if I put in add defs to this player. He only gets 9 of those, and if I put 100, he instead of getting 109, he only gets 99. So we're going to finish off this video by trying to fix that problem, and then I guess that's it. We have successfully remade this plugin. So let me just go into admin command and then down here. Okay, so the old amount was in to do, so that's why. So that should be player data. And then the old amount we're gonna get from the category. And that was the reason. I just forgot to implement it. No big deal. And now if I put in 100 now, it should be 199. If I put 1, it should raise itself to 200. And now we can test the top menu. So defs is here, and I'm here, and then I'm here. And I also fixed the color problem in the foundation. If you want to change the menu to something else, then go to menu top stats, and then you can just call set this set title. You don't have to use this. I'm just using it to make it clear. So top stats by sort by. For example. And I do think it starts to work. I'm not sure. We have to maybe refresh the menu. Yeah, top stats by defs by kill streak, by top kill streak. Awesome. Yeah, so it's sorting properly because top kill streak is 1 here, and it's 0 here. And also kill to death ratio is calculated. So that's how you create a simple plugin storing player related information. That's how you also remade it to be a little bit better, a little bit higher coding standard, and most importantly, that's how you save 300%. Maybe not exactly, because previously I was trying to squeeze as much code. Right now we've probably saved 250% of lines of code from what it was previously. It is still a significant amount. Imagine you're coding 2 times less or even 3 times less and still getting the same result. Like, what things you could do instead of taking 14 days to do something, now it's only taking you 5 days to do something, or even just 4 days. Instead of taking 2 months, it's only taking you 3 weeks. And that starts to be exponential. The higher you go, instead of taking you almost a year, it's only going to take you 3 months. It's insane. So you will save time using Foundation. That's how. I hope I've cleared some things up. I hope that you've also appreciated someone that has good experience making Minecraft plugins, having a good look into an average plugin and ratcheting it up, increasing its standards. Guys, if you have anything to say, please leave a comment below this video. I will read and respond to every single one of you. So just let me know your feedback, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you.